If any of you guys are fans of Ben Affleck, and especially if you like the movie Gone Girl, if you're going into this film expecting something of that caliber, it's just gonna be very watered down. Yes, I realize that joke was very forced, so I'll do you one better. If you go 15 minutes into this film and you find yourself enjoying it, you may be in too deep. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Deep Water is the newest thriller exclusively on Hulu right now, directed by the same guy who brought you Fatal Attraction back in the day, and it stars a great duo of actors, Ben Affleck and Ana de Armas. I mean, with a list of talent of that caliber, nothing could possibly go wrong, right? Right? Well, let's look at this story. Vic is a well-to-do husband played by Ben Affleck who allows his wife, played by Ana de Armas, to have affairs, all in order to avoid a divorce. I mean, that should tell you all you really need to know right there. But then he becomes a prime suspect in the disappearance of all of her lovers. So I guess that this movie was based off of a really famous novel from like the late 1950s, and let me just say this, I have never read said novel, I don't really have any intention of reading said novel, but let me just say that I can almost guarantee you, just based on the surface level here, that book is better. Oh man, where do I even begin with Deep Water, guys? I absolutely hated this thing. And it was really hard to pin down any positives with this film. And I somehow, some way, miraculously managed to find one glimmering light in this movie. That of my boy Lil Rel Howery. His scenes, and let me just say, they are few and far between throughout this gigantically long runtime, but he's a saving grace, man. Anytime I think about Lil Rel, every time I see him on camera, I mean, I just can't help but laugh. No matter how crappy the dialogue may be, Lil Rel still manages to sell it like it's the funniest thing ever. Which this movie is absolutely not funny in any way. I did not enjoy myself one bit. It is trying to be way too damn much all at once. It's trying to throw in some comedy in there. At the forefront, though, this is a thriller. And I did not feel one single solitary moment of intensity throughout Deep Water. And yes, that does include the very erotic stuff that Ben Affleck and Ana de Armas share together on screen. And God bless both of their hearts. I really love both of these actors dearly. These two just do not have any chemistry together whatsoever. I mean, maybe that's the idea. These are two people going through a divorce. They shouldn't have chemistry, but I mean, look at something like Gone Girl. Again, I hate to keep comparing Gone Girl to this because Gone Girl is on a whole nother pedestal. But Ben Affleck has a character who's going through a troubling relationship in Gone Girl as well. But when he shares scenes with Rosamund Pike, you at least feel that chemistry and you feel the intensity. Him and Ana de Armas together are just not a good pair. Well, not to mention, both of these main characters, absolutely deplorable human beings. Like, I could not get behind either one of them. I could not choose one side or the other just because both of their actions are so, like, jerky. I can't believe I'm saying that, but both of them were jerks. And I think that really comes down to just piss poor writing. I mean, in this direction as well, Adrian Lyne is a fantastic director. I mean, look at Fatal Attraction. That is an Oscar-nominated film, guys. And this was his big return. Oh man, I suppose you have some nice shots thrown in there, but it's very unremarkable and extremely forgettable, unfortunately. At least the direction was less offensive than the writing was, because I'm not even kidding, guys. It felt like every little solitary moment had to be explained. This dialogue really feels like it's appealing to the lowest common denominator here. Well, not to mention, guys, the editing for Deep Water, oh boy, maybe among some of the worst editing I've ever seen. Because it has a really inconsistent tone to the editing style. I mean, you'll jump right into this really erotic scene, and then you'll jump into something super intense, and it's like, yeah. This was not my cup of tea, guys. I really hated this film. The one glimmering light was Lil Rel Howery, and bless his heart, but he is not in this movie nearly enough to salvage it out of the dumpster that it should sit in. I really don't feel the need to go on any further, guys. Deep Water is a piece of shit. I think you should all skip it on Hulu anytime you see it on your screen, on your Hulu hub. just swipe right past it. Deep Water is a horrendous return to form for a director who's proven that he can make excellent projects in the past, while not to mention also having some of the weakest screenwriting and clumsiest editing you'll see all year long. Deep Water, unfortunately, is going to get an F, and I really teeter-tottered between this grade and a D-, but like I said, Lil Rel Howery is not in this movie enough to save it from being an F to a D-. So yeah, guys, God, I really did not like this film. Absolutely, I would recommend you watch Gone Girl over this. I mean, that was not even a question, because that's David Fincher in peak form, my friends. Plus, Ben Affleck gives a much better performance. You can actually get behind his character, and there's actually some sort of mystery there. Deep Water has none of that mystery or intrigue. But guys, let me know if you somehow liked this movie down in the comments section below. I always love making these videos. As bad as the movies may be, I always love coming on here and, you know, just going through some catharsis with you guys. I always love discussing movies on the regular in general. And hey, if this is your first time visiting the channel today, what the heck are you waiting for? Go ahead and smash that subscribe button and that notification bell right next to it as hard as you possibly can. Not to mention, there's also a little thumbs up that you guys can smash on your way out as well. This really helps tremendously in getting this content out there. My friends, also, as always, stay tuned for more exciting content hitting this channel very soon. Thankfully, we've got The Lost City and Everything Everywhere All at Once to look forward to this weekend, both of which look insanely better than Deep Water. I'll also be wrapping up my Harry Potter series very soon with Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. Secrets of Dumbledore is coming closer and closer, guys. But obviously, guys, lots we can talk about in terms of movies, all things entertainment over here. I am super excited to bring it all to you guys, because y'all are the best. And I cannot thank you guys nearly enough for supporting me up to this point. So, with all that being said, back talk, commence.